Yeah, 6 days left in this federal election campaign. Canadians will hit the polls on April 28th. We're going to check in with the Liberal Party this morning. They're in Quebec City. CTV News senior political correspondent Mike Couture is traveling with them. Lucky you, getting to be in beautiful Quebec City this morning. What is on the agenda for the Liberals today, Mike?
Well, it's amazing that we are here, but we're not going to stay here very long, Anne-Marie. So he did sleep here, and that makes 4 provinces in one day that Mark Carney had touched down in. But from here, he will be going on a couple of these whistle stops. And for people who don't know what they are, they're basically very quick campaign stops that they go around, meet and greet, shake hands. Not unlike what you're seeing there, but that one was, of course, an announcement at Nova Bus in St. Eustache last week. And so we expect the pace to really pick up for Mark Carney. That's what he's going to be doing all the way down to Trois-Rivières. That's where we expect to have a press conference with him a little later on today. But it really has marked a difference in this last week of the campaign. How Mr. Carney has decided that he is going to try and hit as many ridings as possible and really try and shore up as much support as possible.
Yeah, FaceTime matters, especially in these final days. We also know, making political news this morning, that the Conservatives are set to release their full costed platform today. Now, the Liberals, they did theirs last week, and they've been seeding this notion that there's going to be too many cuts in this plan. What else have they been saying ahead of the Conservatives' release today?
Yeah, I mean, that really has been the main theme of it, and asking where he's going to find the money to pay for all of this, because we know that Pierre Poilievre has also talked about how he wants to make sure that he is running a balanced budget and going to get Canada's books in order, and how he will actually get to that point. That is what Mark Carney continues to sow doubt in the minds of voters, and saying that, look, if he is saying he's going to cut this and cut that and cut that, or get to that sort of fiscal framework, then he does have to make a number of cuts. And he really is trying to sow that doubt and fear in the minds of Canadians, saying that dental care may be on the chopping block, or pharmacare may be on the chopping block, or child care may be on the chopping block. I mean, these are things, some of them, in any case, that Pierre Poilievre said that no, he would not make those cuts and he would not cut some of those programs. But at the same time, Mr. Poilievre has not been clear on what he would cut in terms of some of those programs. So I think it'll be interesting for a lot of us in the political world to sort of look at this platform and see exactly how the math will all work out.
Yeah, it hasn't all been on the offensive for them as well, right? They've been a bit on the defensive. Carney saying his plan to continue with deficit spending. He intends to scale back government spending while adding these new programs. Tariff-caused economic crisis is the reason he gives. What else has he had to say about, spending out of a deficit? And as, was mentioned before, they've got this giant deficit sitting behind them.
Yeah, essentially he's trying to say that, look, this is not the time to tighten the purse strings and that we are in the middle of a crisis. When you consider that there is money that is earmarked there in year 1 in the platform for revenues from counter tariffs on U.S. goods, it is only there in year 1. We were asking Mark Carney about it, and he said, look, we don't want to count on it, and we hope that this tariff war does end, but we know that the numbers have to adjust, and they understand at this point in time that fiscal responsibility is something that they're trying to pitch, as somebody who is the former governor of the Bank of Canada and Bank of England, but at the same time, he is looking at this and saying, we need to invest. That is how he has been framing it. Essentially trying to say that this isn't excess spending, it's investment, and that is the excuse he's giving.
All right, well, go and grab yourself a giant cup of coffee. You're going to need it today because you got a lot of stops to make. CTV senior political correspondent Mike Couture, thanks so much.
Thanks, Anne-Marie.
If you like that video, make sure to subscribe to the Your Morning YouTube feed, where you can find all kinds of new content posted every weekday morning.